Being passionate about writing doesn't mean that every day you are going to be stoked to sit down and get the words out. Unfortunately, sometimes loving writing is just not enough to pull yourself to the computer. And when I'm feeling unmotivated, that's something I'm constantly reminding myself. You can be passionate, you can love it, but that is not enough. You still have to take these extra steps to sit down and actually do the writing. It's having that mindset, it's knowing I could be a great writer, but if I'm not actually putting the words on the page, it doesn't matter. And some days that is enough to make me sit down and want to do it, but other days it is not. And when it's not, another thing I will do is read a bad book. Sue me if you want. It is okay. You can judge me. I don't mind. I do keep like 4 or 5 poorly written books in my library. And whenever I am not feeling up to it, I go and I read it, and it only takes a couple pages, a couple chapters for me to be like, yeah, I need to sit down and write my book. Because if that can be published, if that can be popular and, good enough that I spent my money on it, that means my story is too. Nothing will motivate you more to go write a good book than reading a bad book. And lastly, number 3, another thing I love to do is using these writing dice. All this is dice with different ideas and setting and plots and themes, and you throw them and it gives you a little story to write. Of course, you don't need these dice to complete this exercise. All it is giving yourself a chance to free write, giving yourself a random prompt, right? Like an astronaut who gets to space and realizes, the world is a simulation, right? Just go write about that. Something random, something that is totally unrelated to your story, something that holds no weight, something that does not feel like a bunch of pressure as it might feel when you're writing your own book. Just giving yourself the space to write, to have fun, to be creative, to get the juices flowing. It can be so easy to be hung up and get stuck when you are working on your own book and it feels like there's so much pressure and you want to get it done and it needs to be great and all this stuff. But when you just write for fun, write for free, you will unlock so much motivation and creativity and power that you probably forgot you even had. So my trio of motivation is changing my mindset, getting perspective on those bad books, and letting myself write freely, letting myself write released from the shackles of whatever my work in progress is.